Hello everybody, it's Ernest Emerson. We're at the Blade Show 2023 and I have a couple knives I'd like to just discuss for a couple moments, if you will. And one of the early knives that we made as Emerson knives was called the Mach One, and we've done a reissue of it, and that knife is now gotten dressed up with a little bit different handles, but this blade actually, and this knife design goes all the way back to the beginning of Emerson knives back in the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. So we're real happy with that. It's funny how sometimes a design becomes kind of a timeless creation, and it's as popular now as it was back then, which it's an interesting phenomena to me, but I've always thought that a good design stands the test of time, because if it wasn't a good design, whether it's a gun or a knife or a tool or a hammer, it goes away. But the ones that stay are the ones that people enjoy and they make good sense to use. This other knife, this is an interesting little story. As a young guy, one of my first knives was the Buck 110. And as I'm sure that for a lot of people, their first folding knife or pocket knife was a Buck 110. So I've always been a fan of the Buck 110 knife. So I made a knife. It isn't exactly like the Buck 110, but this is my tribute knife to the Buck 110 folding knife, because again, everybody and their brother at some point in their life had a Buck 110 in their pocket. So this is my knife. We call it the EX100, and it's my tribute to the Buck 110 because I always liked their Bowie style blade in it. It's about the same size overall. This is a knife called the Sheepdog that we make in conjunction with Lieutenant Colonel David Grossman, who's a well-known trainer and author. And this knife is the first knife that we ever put. We call it the triple play because you can open it with your thumb with the thumb button, you can open it up as a flipper, and you can open it up with that wave on top, which is called our remote pocket opening feature, if you will. And so this one's got a three ways to open it, so that's why we call it the triple play. So those are some of the knives we have here at the Blade Show. And you know what, I almost forgot. We've got something else here at the Blade Show this year. We started a whiskey company, so this is our first single cask offering of Kentucky straight bourbon. It's brewed right down in Owensboro, Kentucky, and it's our first offering, and it's pretty darn good. But I will say this, we've got more in the pipeline, so stay tuned to us for both knives and whiskey. So I hope everybody's having a good time at the 2023 Blade Show.